Hello guys, amazing people. How are we doing? MSK, nice to see you here once again. Yeah, the wait is finally finished. Hello John from Western Australia, from Perth. Amazing. It's late afternoon, right? Not a bad timing, I would say. All right, we are here with an interesting topic today because it's basically like the most important thing for the ones wanting to apply for Emirates, because without these kind of things, you are not going to be selected whatsoever. First of all, how are we doing? Everybody is great. Beast. This will be good. Yes, it will. Let me see if you can see it. Perfect. You can see it over here. John from Australia. MSK, like I don't recall where you're connecting from. Is it Pakistan? No, not. I don't think so, actually. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Nice to see this golden over here. It's really, really beautiful to be shining over there. Yeah. On my nose, it's I figured that this question would come, and it arrived like very early in the live. It's just a nose. Actually, it's called nasal strip that makes me breathe better. And I try to stay without it, but I can't anymore. Like I don't breathe better. I feel like I'm mouth breathing so heavily that I just need it. I got used to this because I started to put this one. This brand is actually one that has a higher quality, but I was buying the ones from the pharmacy, the one that are usually used for sleeping. And I kept on using it during the day when I was working on the laptop because nobody was seeing me anyway. But then I was like, you know what? Now, to be honest, I don't care about how I look. I'm not seeking to enter a new relationship, so I'm actually getting better at not caring of what people think. So I started to go out with the ugly one. I mean, not that perhaps this one is good looking, but I kept on wearing it and got used to it. So now whenever I don't have this one, I'm gasping for air so badly. And fun fact, I did a surgery already in Dubai to make my nasal passage better, to breathe better. And it actually got back to the same point as I was before after a few months, 5-6 months. So it's like, there's no point for me to doing another surgery. I'm just gonna use this one. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on seeing this one frequently. And I kept it for this live as well because I went to the gym and I was like, I'm gasping for air, so I put it on and I'm gonna keep it until tonight. Hello Lilian from Kenya. That's amazing. Actually, I don't snore. That's an interesting thing about this. I don't snore because snoring is not so much about the nose, but it's more about the membranes of the throat that touch and vibrate. Okay, so for sure these ones help. These nasal strips help for snoring as well. But if you snore a lot, they don't actually solve the problem in the first place. Fun facts, Lilian, amazing to see you here from different parts of the world, as always. So today we are talking about the requirements because, as I mentioned, without the requirements that Emirates has written black on white, if you don't have them, they're not gonna be selecting you at all, So you're not gonna even pass the first stages of the open day. So I'm gonna focus on the open day, like whatever I talk about the applying process, I talk about the open days because the invitation only event, they are basically the same, But yeah, you need to apply first for the invite only event, obviously. From India, MSK, you are all right. I'm gonna try to keep that in mind. So yeah, the open days are actually the ones that I prefer the most. If I can suggest you an open day or like an event to attend, and you have the option to choose in between both of them, then I would suggest you go to the open day because there's no selection for you to actually meet in the recruiters, okay? Whereas per the invite-only event, yes, if they see your application online and for some reason, any reason at all in this world, they don't want to choose you and to invite you, then you're not gonna even have the opportunity to show your face. So I prepared just a how's it called, a list of what are the things that are necessary. Ta-da! How beautiful is that? I love that. So yeah, it's quite straightforward. You have all the requirements here, okay? These are the basic requirements. Fluent in written and spoken English. The level that you can search it up, to see if you're actually meeting the requirement is the B1 level, okay? You can search that one up. It's not super high. It's not really demanding, but you need to be fluent in English and have kind of an acceptable grammar. All the other languages are a plus. So you don't need to speak Arabic, you don't need to speak Spanish, Italian, Pakistani, or whatever kind of language. All these ones, apart from English, are additional and are actually placing you with an advantage over the other people. Very good. At least 160 centimeters tall and that you're able to reach 212 centimeters of height, okay? Actually, before going through all of them, I'm gonna keep staying one by one, because for the language requirements as well with English, there's, a good amount of things to study, and to keep in mind. First of all, do you think that you have a good English for the ones here? Obviously, for John that is in Australia, I think that your level of English should be good if you are interested in joining Emirates Airline at all. But for the other ones that are not, mother language in English, perhaps you might be having some challenges with the language requirement, Okay, now I need to fix that one over there, actually. Sorry, let me put this one. Where can I put this one? If I move myself a bit more here, okay, I can put these ones here. Okay, now you'll see them. Perfect. All right. Let's stay here for a moment. You're in Dubai. How can I go for an open day? Okay, so in Dubai, they are actually hiring non-stop. They are recruiting continuously. Every week there's an event in Dubai. So you are required to apply online. In Dubai, it's an invite-only event. It's not an open day. Let me actually try to do something else with this situation about the chat and the list. Okay, let me actually put the chat above there. Okay, it's above my head though. Anyway, we're gonna work it out in that way. Actually, even a bit further there. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you just need to go on the official Emirates website and you make the application there. Then you can be invited to one of the events that are happening in Dubai weekly, which is really good. Okay. Then we are over here. Hey, Sophia. Can Emirates change their rules in the next 5 years? Yes, to be honest, Emirates can do anything they like. Obviously it's their company, their airline, so, it depends what kind of rules are we talking about. If you can elaborate in the chat, I'll share that. John says, I think my English is pretty good. Yeah, I think so. I bet so. Yeah. Is it true that Emirati cabin crew are paid more than other nationalities? Actually, yeah. Actually, it is true. Yeah, that's something that it's not very out there, this information, but yeah. It's kind of crazy, to be honest, but to be honest, good for them, like the Emirati, UAE gives advantages to people that are locals. Like, this is something that you rarely see in other countries. I mean, the normality, let's say, for example, in Europe, I would, I mean, I think I struggle to find a country that gives benefits to the local people, to the actual citizens, compared to the ones that are coming from abroad. For example, I'm Italian. In Italy, there are so many benefits that foreigners get that Italians do not get. And this, as you can see, it fires me up a little bit because this is mind blowing. Like in my own country, I have less benefits than someone that comes from Australia. I just take a country, okay? Someone from Australia that comes to live in Italy has more benefits than me. How come? How's that possible? So even though when I was working in Emirates, I found that out about that Emiratis cabin crew and pilots as well, they get paid more. I was like, oh, how can this be possible? You know, it's not fair. But you know, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, good for them. You know, if they do the job properly, then I'm super happy with that. The thing though that I did not appreciate so much is that sometimes they get a special treatment from the managers as well because they are Emirati. And that's something that I didn't really appreciate at all. But hey, I mean, cannot do anything about it, so there's no reason to be upset. Now I'm in Italy. I'm in Italy now, guys. I'm eating a lot of pizza. Actually, a little bit, yeah. Quite a good amount. Yeah, I'm not moving that much apart from going to the gym. So, yeah, I'm gaining a little weight, but some muscle as well. I'm going to the gym like 5 times a week, so that's good. That's needed. That's a must. What else? I mean, I don't know where I live. That's a good point. I'm staying in Italy here as long as I need to for getting my work on the computer done and finished. And it's actually not benefiting me from, for the English skills, because I noticed if I wouldn't be going live every other week with you guys, then I would have been losing my speech in English a little bit more. I mean, not that in Italian I'm speaking with so many people, actually. I'm not meeting with anyone here. Yeah, I'm like a ghost. For example, I was meeting my family more often when I was living in Dubai compared to what I am now. Yeah, basically, this is isolation time. Hello, Sammy. I can understand that you are a pilot. Sammy the pilot. Which airline are you flying for? Cecilia, great to see you here. It's lovely to see you here. If I were younger, I would definitely apply for Emirates. By the way, I used to work for Iberia. Haha, that's great. And then as a travel agent for many years. I'm about to get retired, but I still miss a lot that job. That's good. I mean, it's, first of all, I would want to say that the chat is covering my head, but it's okay. I'm surrounded by so many things, but it's okay. First of all, it's great that you're getting retired. I mean, that's a milestone that a few people of the new generation, the newer generations, are actually going to benefit from, in my opinion. So that's why actually, obviously, as you might know, I don't rely on that at all. I have zero on my retirement plan. Actually, which country should I even have a retirement plan for? But yeah, that's good. I mean, Iberia doesn't fly to so many destinations for layovers as much as Emirates, but the lifestyle, I completely agree with you, it's a beautiful one. Okay, you just turned 21. That's amazing, brother. And there's a lady that texted me on Instagram, Miss Yosef. Hope that you're here. If you're here, make a wave in the chat. It would be lovely to see you. That she just joined the community as well on Sense the Lens. Gonna drop it here just in case. And she has been unfortunately rejected for the open day, and that's because I don't think I'm sharing sensitive information about you, so I'm going ahead. First time was because of the requirements, okay, and that's why I'm here. And the second time was because of the tattoo, which, to be honest, falls under the requirement as well. Register. If you wanted to register in the community, I'm gonna leave it here. Okay, I can just click the link there. It's for free, obviously. In the community, there's an ebook and there's also a CV template, so you can get them there. And yeah, the second time was because of the tattoo. First time, let me just get the message once again. The first time was because of the passport. And it's, as you can see from this list over here, it's one of the requirements that it's 1 year of validity and your passport meets the requirements of UAE visas, okay? I mean, I don't think there's gonna be many countries that don't meet those UAE visa requirements, but it's vital for you to check. Something that is also very important if you are, leaning towards the 27, 28 years of age, you might want to check the validity of the passport because most validities are for 10 years. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna jump onto some questions as well before continuing with the list. But obviously, by all means, you have the list here. So if you have some questions related to that already, go ahead. I'm gonna make it just a little bit smaller. Hopefully you can see it. Let me know if you cannot see it. Let me know in the chat. Okay. So I have your assessment date tomorrow. Okay. First of all, sorry about that. I don't want to skip this, but I want to recommend you join the community, Saksham. It's your name, okay? For the ones that are just listening in. Saksham, join the community there. There's the ebook with the fundamental information for you to get started with and get the CV template as well. Download it and edit it. Those two things are the first things that you want to do. Then after that, you might be having more specific things that you want to tackle on, that you want to work on, and you can share it with me either in the comments or you can come on these lives as well and we can chat basically one-to-one. Okay, perfect. So you have the assessment day tomorrow in Muscat. Okay, any tips would be appreciated. Okay, the assessment day. So is it from the invite only event? You have been invited to that? Because actually, I've seen that in Muscat, yes, there is tomorrow. And it's an invite only event for sure, I remember. I updated the map on Sense the Lens. And let me actually share it again here. This is publicly available. And I updated the map yesterday and I've seen that there was Muscat invite only event. And there's so many new countries actually that the Emirates is hiring from. Wi-Fi is a little slow. Okay, I'm gonna share the link over here. You can see the map, okay? Here is just a map. And you can type your country or the country that you wanna go to apply for Emirates in. And yeah, so some tips, okay. So let's keep in mind, because there's many things actually. So one of the first things is I would suggest you to go download the ebook for a complete overall structure of what's needed to be done from your side in order to be playing your cards smart. But the first thing that I will tell you now is be relaxed. Go there and feel confident, feel relaxed, and think about that in a way that even if you would not get accepted, everything will work out perfectly for you. Actually, even better than if you go there and get accepted, okay? And this one is not because you don't want to be accepted, but it's because it will ease off the pressure, This is something that I've seen worked amazingly for me and for so many other crew. The fact of going there and be like, you know what, if I don't get accepted, I have this plan B that is actually even better than Emirates, I'm sorry. So that one actually eases off everything and makes you be more fluid, more confident, makes you speak in a better way, makes you be more, just relaxed. And that's actually the best thing that you can have, the best way that you can be in that open day. and or invite only event, regardless of the process. So that's one tip of advice that I will give straight away to you. Obviously, keep in mind you wanna be communicating with others, but you don't wanna override others when speaking, okay? There's so many things. Another thing, if you are given a deadline of timings from the recruiters, make sure you respect it. Super important. Obviously, also arrive on time. That goes by itself, but it's not very granted. Yeah, I can talk for experience as well. Does this kind of life stress and drain you out? Also, what is the scope of growth in this field? Very good English, I can see, though. Even though I don't think you might be English mother tongue like an Australian, but from your name, I'm just assuming. But sorry, what this kind of life? I mean, the cabin crew life, right? And that for sure can stress your body out more than your mind, because it's a very demanding job, physical wise. You are required to be awake at a crazy amount of hours and in crazy timings. So the fact of not having a routine plays a very stressful factor on your body. So you gotta be ready for that, that's for sure. No, I'm not working back in Emirates. I am not. I'm living my best life. Bye, take care. Are you leaving? Are you going away, MSK? Are you already there? I hope you were gonna stick around for longer. Just kidding. Maybe you're staying. You're gonna go for an open day in Riga at the end of the month. Okay, that's good. That's amazing, Denver. It's great. I am struggling in knowing where Riga is. You gotta forgive me for that. Riga Airport, Latvia. Yes, true. I updated that one yesterday as well. I was like, which country was that? Anyway, always chances to learn, right? All right, so John say, I would make a really good counselor. You mean, you mean in politics? Is that what you meant, John? If you did, then that's the same thing my father tells me all the time, I should be a politician. But, like Phidias, was that his name? He's a YouTuber. Yeah, Phidias. He's a YouTuber, and he recently joined the European Parliament. How amazing is that? Search him up. Phidias. How amazing is that? And the fact that makes me say that this is an amazing thing is that he's actually bringing up valuable points and valuable things for the best. So I don't know. I mean, I always say that I'm not gonna be a politician, but I want to make a good impact in the world. So who knows? Maybe in the future. Who knows? Wow, that's the first time I say that. Okay, you're Indian, amazing. And awesome. Fill out your application. Like a therapist, John, you meant. Okay. I can be your therapist over here on YouTube, guys, on social media. That's good. I mean, yeah. Funny stuff. Your niece, Rias, is thinking about applying, but she's shorter than the requirement height. Yes, that's gonna be an issue, Rias. Yeah. Those are things, like the requirements that you see here below my face are things that are not negotiable. If you don't meet the 160 centimeters of height with your head, not tiptoes, okay? Just with the plant of your feet on the ground. If you don't meet that, there's nothing you can do. Having said that, I would suggest your knees to go anyway, because maybe the measurement it's a little bit shorter, so she can make it, who knows. And keeping in mind that if it does she meet the 160 centimeters of height? Is it that, or is the 212 centimeters of reach. Keeping in mind that the 212 centimeters of reach, she can do it like she needs to touch with the tip of the fingers, and she can be on tiptoes. Okay, so stretching as much as she can. That's a good thing. Yep, Martin, I'm Italian. Basically, you graduated as a commercial pilot a few months back. Since there's not so much opportunity for pilots, I want to good answer if they would ask me why cabin crew if you're a pilot. No, I mean, for sure, if you're a pilot and you apply for a cabin crew position, it's not that they tell you, oh, but why do you want to join as a cabin crew? You know, it's gonna be a good thing that you're a pilot and you want to apply as a cabin crew, you know. And the answer that you may give to them is, well, I really love the industry. I really love the aviation industry. I love Emirates. So I want to make sure that I am living this life as soon as possible. And perhaps in the future, I might be considering to apply for a pilot position when I'm already within the company. That's possible. That's doable. You can do that. And Emirates kind of promotes that, you know. If you're a good candidate, if you're a good employee, a good person to have in the company, then they're super happy to have you. So you can answer that, and that will give you actually good extra points. Actually, it's something very positive. My pleasure. Yes, my pleasure. Yeah, that's correct. They said 212 centimeters while standing on tiptoes. Yes, on like the reach, you can stand on tiptoes, but the height, 160 centimeters, you need to stay with the plant of your feet on the ground. I still can't join the community. Why is that? Maybe if I want to reply here, since I have the chat timings that is direct straight away. Why can't you join the community? That's odd. And yeah, let me know here. Otherwise, text me a message on Instagram, and I'll find a way along with you to see what's happening. Okay, because everybody should be able to join the community. I mean, everybody should be joining the community, that's for sure. But yeah, I have created that community on my own website compared to making it on Discord, on other places, because, for example, Discord is not available in so many countries. So it's like, okay, so many people cannot join, you know? Nah. So I was like, okay, let's make it on my website. Yeah, let me know why that might be an issue, actually. Could you give us some tips to pass the group interview? Really good one. I'm gonna keep that one for after I cover the requirements. Is that okay, Denver? Okay, so let's go over the other requirements that there are. We talked about English, and I want to give you actually a few examples of what's the level of English and what are the questions that are going to be asked at the exam. So, some questions that you might be finding. I actually wrote them somewhere here. Where are they? I have them. Where did I put them? Here, okay. So I'm gonna actually just drop it here in the chat. So you need to choose the correct phrase. Okay, I just sent that one. I'm gonna put 4 phrases, okay? And you tell me, guys, which one is correct. Okay, we're doing the exam here in the live. Okay, these are the 4 options. Which one is the correct one? You have 10 seconds. 10, 9. You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, or A, B, C, D. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nobody answered. Okay, sorry. I should probably not participate. No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's fine. Actually, good point. Good that you're giving the others a little bit more time. Shoot your shot, guys. Try it out. Second option. All right, anyone else wants to try? And I'm gonna say the answer in 3, 2, 1. Yes, correct. Denver and Sofia as well. It's option number 2. That's the correct one. Very good, very good. And yeah, that was fun actually. Yeah, well done, John. Not very difficult for you though. So yeah, this is just one of the things that they might be asking you in the exam. I'm gonna put a second one of a different type. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Ooh, let's see if this is going to be caught by any of you. So you need to fill in the blank, obviously. I have never an A380 taking off before. It's the first time I see it. Can anyone fill the blank? The first one, okay, let's see. The first one that fills in the blank gets a free ice cream. Denver is the first one, but Doc as well. Well done as well. Awesome, awesome, John. John, you've been a bit slow there, huh? Okay, maybe I didn't highlight this one, but yeah, this was the question. Well done, Denver was the first one. That's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, these are the type of questions that you might be seeing, that you're gonna be seeing in the exam when applying for Emirates. And yeah, so yeah, it's not super difficult as you can see, but you gotta have a certain standard of English, which yeah, unfortunately it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not for everyone. Obviously, it makes sense. It's not the first language, so it's understandable. Let's move on to the other requirements. Let me know if you have any question on the English requirements. I'm super happy to clarify things for you guys. Okay, we talked about the second one actually, height and reach. Very easy, straightforward. Number 3 is the age. You need to be at least 21 years old. Straightforward, that one as well. Regarding the maximum age, because that's something that I get asked quite often. Yeah, let me first see the question of John regarding English. Thinking countries like USA and Australia, they don't have to do an English test. Actually, they do. Yeah, it's required to be done in all the countries, because if there's people that join, if they go to US or Australia like for holidays or any reason, and they go to the open day, you know, they need to be able to speak a good level of English. So it's going to be present everywhere, the English test. But good question. So yeah, the maximum age is something that I get asked very often. Okay, Theo as well, regarding the English test. Yeah, it's in the open day, but also in the invite only event. So it's part of the process of the recruitment. So yeah, after you get invited in the invite only event, is going to be after the individual activities, after the CV check, after the group activities. Okay, really important. After that, you have the English test. Yeah, that's where you're gonna find it. It's the same. I mean, it's the same English test in the open day and in the invite only event. There's no difference in there. Okay. But the way that the English test works is different from what used to be years ago, because years ago used to be on with pen and paper, like in school, and you were just doing the whole exam. Now, yeah, I give actually those two questions that I gave before are actually some examples from the test that you can get over there. Okay, so let me highlight them once again. This one over here, by using words of seen, you know, the past tense of verbs, you know, and things of grammar as well. For example, the way that you would phrase a phrase, that you would structure a phrase, either this or this or this or this phrase over here. This one was the correct one. Okay, and yeah, so these are just a couple of examples. If you want to have more examples, then I'm gonna be sharing a full mock-up of exam soon in the community, so you can join the community to be updated. I'm gonna obviously tell first to the community those things happening, and then I'm gonna be sharing it with the public on social media as well. So if you want to register, yeah, go over. You can register for free, obviously. Okay, you can go over there. Right. What else was there? Okay. And now I was saying, the test now that happens is on the phone. On the phone, yeah. So you gotta make sure. Actually, that's an amazing tip as well for that person, Doc. I think, yeah, Doc, that you were telling me. Was it you that you were telling me you're going to the open day tomorrow, to the event actually, or Denver? No, Denver at the end of the month, okay. And Doc, yeah, tomorrow, assessment day. Make sure you have your phone charged. That's extremely important, extremely important. If you don't have a good battery health on your phone, make sure you bring a charger or a power bank. That's a must, because the English test is done on the phone, and you need to do the check-in on the phone for the whole open day, and other stuff as well. So make sure you have the phone well charged with the battery, okay? My pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to be serving you guys with information and knowledge. Hopefully it's helpful. Okay, so we talked about those things. Perfect. I think everything is covered about the English test for now. Maximum age, it's not set. Yeah, maximum age is not set, surprisingly enough. Abu, tomorrow is your assessment. Tomorrow is your assessment, and today I wish you luck. Okay. Good luck, Abu, good luck. Yeah. Hopefully you're ready for that. Let's go for it. Stay calm, okay? First thing, stay calm. Okay, let me mention, before I jump again into the question, let me finish the age. No maximum age is set by the company. However, after the 30th birthday, it's going to be slimmer and slimmer the chance for you to get accepted. That's something that unfortunately has been a fact, because in Emirates, contrary to some other airlines such as Qatar or Etihad, after the 30th birthday, I've never seen someone being hired, okay? And I think it was Etihad or Qatar, I don't remember the airline now, but there was someone that was saying that has been hired at 33 years old. So that may be doable, but in Emirates, after the 30th birthday, consider yourself not having many chances anymore with this airline, okay? Having said this, yeah, pretty straightforward. So shoot your shot until you're 29, even if you're 30, you know, try it. After being 30, 31, 32, then unfortunately, there's little to be done. Should I talk briefly about the word I choose for the group activity, or I just introduce myself, where I'm from, and just the word I choose for the profession in my team? Very good question. So this is specifically for the group activity, and you were asking before regarding group activities as well, in covering that one. Okay, let me cover that one briefly, even though this is for the requirements, this live, but I want to answer all your questions. So in the group activity, there's usually two group activities, okay? Actually, there's two group activities. In the first one, usually, this is where the difference comes with the recruiters. They ask you to introduce yourself first, and then to be talking about the job title that you have been assigned to. So now, in me replying to your question, Doc, you should be just listening to what are the instructions of the recruiters. Because if they don't tell you to introduce yourself, like if they tell you, don't introduce yourself, just talk about the job title, then that's what you should do, okay? If, however, they just say, okay, so guys, now you can present the job title in the group, you can start one by one, and you have 60 seconds. Okay, each. then in that case, you can introduce yourself, because they didn't say don't introduce yourself, but make sure that you follow all the other requirements that the recruiter has given you, which is stay within the 60 seconds. It's really important as well, okay? So you can practice now, for example, in seeing how long a fictional job title will be taking you to explain, okay? And make sure that you stay within that time frame. That's really important. Out of all these, these are the key factors that you want to keep in mind. How long you speak for, how you speak. Obviously, what you say as well, it's important, but it's actually not more important than the timings and the way that you speak. That's just, the group activities are not just to really see, okay, what do you think about the good things that are, for a plumber? What are the characteristics that a plumber should have? It's not that you actually know what are the good characteristics of a plumber, but it's how you present them. It's how you interact with your group while speaking about those things. And if you can stay within a time frame given, that are the most important things, okay? So yeah, but keeping that in mind, you can play your cards even better, because you're not gonna be dragging these so much longer just to make your point that the point is not even the most important thing that they're looking for. Did I answer your question clearly? Like, did I give you a more understanding on that? If not, let me know. I'm happy to dive deeper into that. Need your opinion. After the final hour interview, I got 2 phone calls from Emirates. They asked me, I have uploaded new pictures, and then I got rejected. Okay, you meant final interview, okay. Then, yeah, that's a really good point. And I'm gonna highlight these as well here, yeah. Because this shows that you got 2 phone calls. So let me ask, first of all, you didn't reply to those phone calls. Why didn't you reply to those? And second thing, did they send you an email? Have you seen an email from them? And third thing, if you did see an email from them, did you reply to them? These are key things to be knowing, and good to keep in mind, because this proves my point of what I said previously in some previous live, or even in the video, actually, in one of the videos, is that they don't necessarily need more pictures, but they want to see if you're responsive. Because that's important as well. It's one of the things in the company that even if it's your day off, even if you're not on a flight, if they need to contact you, that you are available, that you are responsive, I would say, not necessarily available, but that you are responsive. And yeah, maybe, since they called you twice and perhaps sent you an email, because for sure they have sent you an email, then yeah, it might be a red flag because of that, And I'm sorry to hear that, because you have been reaching a good point. Obviously, the fact that you reached the final interview doesn't give for granted that you're going to be chosen and taken, but you have a good amount of chances. John said, good luck, Abu. Yeah, let's go. And hand tattoo is fine. No, it is not at all. It is not at all. Then what I will say is, if it's a dot, like a dot, then shoot your shot. But if it's a visible, like any other thing than a dot on the hand, then it's not going to be accepted. So that's a clear no-go. Yeah, thank you, John. The fees for applying. There's no fees for applying. Oh, have you been contacted by agencies or landed on websites that make you pay for applying to Emirates? There's no fee to apply. It's for free. So the only things that you're gonna be ending up paying is your your transports to go to the open day, or if you're traveling to another city or another country, then those are the only things they need to pay. But it's completely free. You don't need to pay anything to apply. Okay. Really important. Go directly. It's on the Emirates website. Okay. Let me actually share it here. I'll share the official. I want to make sure that you go to the right place. Don't go into any second, third party agencies. I mean, unless, okay, that's really important. Unless it's actually specifically stated on the Emirates website. This is the official Emirates website. Okay, the official one. Rely on this one. Obviously, the information that I put in my own website with the map is taken directly from here, from the official Emirates website. Having said this, even on the map on my own website, I put there, double check the information on the official website, because they might be making updates and changes that I don't make reflect on my website, because maybe there's not enough time. I didn't see that perhaps. So this is the only one. And if for the invite only events, they are not taking care of the recruitment process directly, Emirates itself, they hire third-party agencies that do the recruitment process for them. So if they require you to pay, it's a little weird, to be honest. But if they're the ones that they're the official ones, then okay, by all means, that's the case. Let me know, Rias. Okay, if was it you, Rias? Okay, Rias. If that's the case, make sure you go to the official one. Perfect. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Could you please tell me how an open day looks like, how long it takes, and what questions they ask? So for this, I would suggest you to download the book, the ebook that I created. There's some, let me see if I can actually share it now here. Let me see if I can, it will take me some time actually I'll try to pull it up now, okay? Let me see if I can get it on time. I'll share one of the screens, one of the pages that I have in the ebook that shows how the open day is going to look like. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna share it. Okay, it's gonna be taking me not long actually. I'm about to do it. Map open day. And this is all tech stuff. Just coming up with new things. All right, so that you can have a clear idea on what to expect from the open day. All right, you're gonna see it on the screen in 3, 2, 1. There you go. How beautiful is that? So this is how the open day looks like. You can take a screenshot here as well. It's okay. I'm gonna make it bigger for you, okay? All right, let me just remove the question as well. Okay, perfect. So this is how the open day looks like. Check in first, introduction for the whole open day, okay? And they talk about Dubai, they talk about the company, they talk about UAE, the culture, the job as a cabin crew. They talk about who they are looking for as well, okay? And then obviously with this you have given the CV already, okay? And then you're gonna jump into the first solo/group activity. I'm gonna drop in the chat as well where you can get actually this ebook, okay? senstelens.com/resources once again over there, okay? And yeah, so you're gonna be group / solo activities, because even though you actually do this in a group, it's not so much of a group activity, it's more of an individual presentation, okay? That's what's happening. The second group activity is actually the proper group activity, where you get a scenario, and with this scenario, you're going to be, interacting with others. Height, weight, and tattoos. Sorry. BY English test, documents, and final interview. The the way that these processes look may change according to the country. For example, in Dubai, this looks different. They might be having actually height, weight, and tattoos before at the beginning. Okay. Actually, yeah, weight as well. I wanted to put reach also, but yeah. It's going to be at the beginning because there have such a high number of people applying for the job in Dubai, and they have many people attending, that they want to get rid of the ones that don't meet the black and white requirements. Okay, there we go. So yeah, coming back to these ones, to these requirements over here, we have left minimum of high school educational diploma, which, yeah, on international terms as well, it's a grade 12. Okay, don't ask me more about that, but yeah, it's a diploma, high school diploma. It's the minimum that you need to have. No other degree, no other university stuff. It's just that one is the minimum. Then if you have more, then it's a good plus. Okay. Sorry. My pleasure, Theo, my pleasure. Glad to be here with you guys as well. Hey, Anthony, that's amazing to have you here. Yeah, I completely agree, Vernon. If they ask for fees, it must be a scam. I mean, unless it's actually Emirates that tells you, this is the agency, you go on the agency, on the website, because Emirates on the official website has the links of the agencies. So if you click their links, and on the official website of the agency you see you need to pay, then might be true. But yeah, just make sure it's from the official Emirates website. Interesting. Tell us about the journey. That's an interesting one. I'm thinking about which questions to cover first, if I should be just slightly continuing on the requirements. Let me just continue with one more requirement. Okay, diploma. It's okay. Let me finish the diploma. The diploma, if you have it, which you must have, make sure you have a copy on the phone. You gotta have a copy on the phone of your diploma. You don't need to have the physical one, but it needs to be available to you on your device. Really important. PDF perhaps, or a picture as well, can be good. Amazing. And to be honest, I mean, then we covered already the 1-year validity passport, and that you are able to meet the UAE's employment visa requirements. Very important. Straightforward. If you have, whatever kind of passport you have, you can just type it in Google. Is my Australian passport able to meet the UAE employment visa requirements? And then you're gonna get an answer. We have the last two. I'm gonna keep it after the questions that I see here. Tell us about the journey in Emirates. I mean, that's a good question that might be having a long answer as well. I mean, the experience was amazing, and something that I've been mentioning in my last YouTube video. Have you seen the last YouTube videos? I've flown in business class. That's amazing. I loved it. Have you guys seen it? I'm so excited about that. It has been a beautiful experience, to be honest. And something that I mentioned in that video is that just because I left the job and I'm living kind of my dream life, even though not everything is perfect, because not everything is perfect in my life right now, for sure, but I'm aligned with what I want, and every challenge that has presented itself in my life has been for the best, for growth, So yeah, I'm super grateful of being where I am, and I'm super grateful of the experience that I had in Emirates, and I will do it all over again. So just because I left it doesn't mean that it's bad, okay? And I will be, doing it once again. I mean, not necessarily meaning that I will join again. Okay, let's point that out, because that chapter of my life has ended, has come to an end. So yeah, if I were my younger self at 21 years old, then I will do it all over again. That's for sure. What's the scenario in the group activity looks like? Okay, so The first one, very good questions. I'm giving you all the questions. I mean, to be honest, everything is said already in the free ebook over there. The first group activity, you're given some job title cards, okay? So with those ones, you will be required to come up with important and vital characteristics that this person that is performing that job should have in order to performing the job in the best way. Okay, that's the first group / solo activity. The second one, you're given the scenario, that's what you meant. The scenario, it's obviously different from group to group. And the way that the scenario looks like is that they give you a situation where, for example, you're the manager of a company or of the airline, you're a cabin supervisor on the flight, and you have like 6, 7, 8 people, customer profiles, that are struggling with a certain situation, that actually have different sorts of problems, and you as the manager need to be evaluating each one of them with the group that you're in and coming up with a solution that may be making all the customers with those problems satisfied, and at least what is that? What is that? Oh my lord, have you seen that, guys? Was it only me? Or fireworks started to go all over the place on your screen as well? That's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, that's the scenario that you're gonna be having. So yeah, with those scenarios over there, the most important thing there is not actually what solution you give, but is how you come up with all the solutions that you're giving. Okay, obviously it has a slight impact as well how the solution is. Like if it's completely out of the common sense in this planet, then yeah, they might be taking that into consideration. But the most important thing is how you interact with all the other people in the group. And something that I would want to highlight is that, let me remember his name. A guy texted in the, Rodrigo. I don't think, I don't know if Rodrigo is here. Raise your hand if Rodrigo is here. Texted on the community on sensetalents.com and said that it didn't pass after the second group activity, and the ladies in the group activities were on fire. Like they were talking over each other, they were not coming up with a structured and respectful way of sharing information. And that's a big red flag. Being in that group, even if you're not talking to other people, over other people, it's actually not really good. And it's not easy, to be honest, because they might be associating you with the bad behavior that there is in that group, okay? So something that I recommended Rodrigo is, if that would happen again, to be politely suggesting to the group of doing things in a different way, so not talking over each other. And I highlighted also the fact that you want to say that when you are sure that the recruiters are passing by and that they hear you. Okay, that's really important. But most likely they will be hearing you because they are very skilled, unless they are all the recruiters are far away from you, from your group, but they are very skilled in listening to many things that many people say all at the same time. So that's really important, especially if you actually highlight something important is not the usual talk about the scenario. Okay, they can spot that. Let's not talk over each other in a respectful way. Okay, that's really important. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. And then after you come up with the solution for each passenger profile, each client's profile, then you are required to present it to the whole room. Either one person presents it or everyone in the group presents one point. And that actually tells you that is not the solution, because if only one person in the group presents it, how can all the other people shine, And that tells you that the purpose of this group activity is not actually the solution or the presentation anymore, because the way that you presented it was actually a purpose of the first group activity, but that purpose of the second group activity is the one on how you communicate with each other within the group. And one important thing is that you're not allowed to vote in the group activity. So that makes things more challenging, you know, because it wouldn't be easy. Okay, let's vote. No, you cannot vote. They tell you straight away, you know, black and white. You would like to state that Emirates is with no doubt the best airline traveling on, that you've been traveling on. Yeah, crew is awesome. I mean, I take it as a compliment as if I'm still in the company, but I mean, I've been in the company, so I can take it as a compliment. But yeah, I completely agree. Even though I haven't flown with so many other airlines, I gotta be honest, but yeah. How long does the interview take on average? It ranges, and I'm gonna tell you, because it's actually depending a lot. Okay, on average, it's about 35-45 minutes on average. It can look like a 10-15 minutes interview as well for people that have been already working with the company, people that try to reapply for Emirates, and can look like a 60 minutes as well for people that are perhaps they're on the edge of, for the recruiters not knowing if they will be hired or not, or if they didn't get a clear enough picture of those people. So yeah, actually the range goes from 15 minutes, 10 minutes, up to 60-65 minutes, okay? But on average, you're gonna be looking at a 35-40 minutes interview. Clean shaven, it says clean shaven, yes, that's correct. Can I keep a short, well-trimmed mustache? That's a good question, okay? That's the only good question regarding this topic, okay? The clean shaven factor, because here everything needs to be well shaved. But the mustache, when you are working in the company, you are allowed to have them. However, even though it's allowed to be having a mustache when being a cabin crew on board, on the requirements it says clean shaved, so clean shaven. So my answer to you would be no. You cannot keep a short, well-trimmed mustache. And take this with a pinch of salt of what I'm saying, you know, because it's not that they will fire you. It's not that they might not be selecting you out of the whole process just because of that, you know. But they might also, actually, that's not it's not an answer that I can give you straight away, like yes or no. It's about giving yourself the best chance possible. And it's stated clear on the website that you should be clean shaven there, shaved, you know. I'm still not saying that correctly, I think. But yeah, it's clearly stated how you should go to the open day with the beard. So everything out of that, it's actually a risk that you're taking, okay? Keep that in mind. And having that in mind, you know, if I would be going to the open day, I would not be risking, you know, to have some mustache and being ruled out because of that. I would just, you know, shave it all. It's gonna grow anyway, so at least I have the best chances. Hope it makes sense, right? Give yourself the best shot, Doc. Yeah, do that, in my opinion, okay? Yes, they can hire from other countries, absolutely. Even if you are, let's say, in Germany, there's people that are with nationalities of Australia. Yeah, for sure. Just an example. Is nomad, YouTuber, unemployed, whatever you want to call it. I don't call it, but yeah, I'm a content creator. That's my job title, let's say. The franchise under Emirates. What do you mean with that? Let's cover the second last of the requirements. At least 1 year of hospitality, this one over here, at least 1 year of hospitality or customer service experience. That's really important. It's something that some people miss as well. Like, you need to have 1 year of experience of work, as simple as that, and that you have been in contact with other people, with customers. So it can be waiter, can be receptionist, can be desk assistants, you know, anything that you have been in contact with people. And even if you have been having your own business and you were in contact with the people, as long as you can prove that experience, then it's good. Simple, straightforward. Okay, another thing to add onto this is, even if the experience of 1 year is chunked out, you know, separated in 2 months here, 3 months there, 4 months there, blah, 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 and you make 1 year complexively, then it's good. Very clear. Everything clear on that? Let's go. Hello, James. Good evening, buddy. Great to see you here back. That's awesome. Okay, let me take just a bunch of questions right now. Wow. Alrighty then. I'm gonna keep the last requirement as the juiciest one, as it's one of the requirements that I get the most amount of questions on as well. So, is Afghani passport can be a problem to work with Emirates? That's something that I don't know, actually. I don't think there might be a problem with I mean, how difficult it is to travel with your passport. That's the first thing that I would be looking at and thinking about. Because if it's really difficult for you to travel with your passport, then it might be an issue. But not because it's related with Emirates, but because you know, the countries that you are flying to, you know, you need to enter, obviously. The good thing is that you don't need to take care of that yourself. Emirates will take care of that, but obviously if it's a difficult passport, yeah, they might be having some issues. But the main thing that I will be focusing on for you, because you cannot do anything about it, is just in checking if an Afghani passport, I'm gonna check that for you, Afghani passport meeting UAE employment requirements. Okay, let me see. In Kabul visas, actually it seems like it can be done. Yeah, it seems like it can be done. I'm gonna actually share the official link here that I'm seeing about the government of UAE. I'm gonna share it over here in the chat, okay, for you, Theo, okay, Theo. Here in the chat, you can see that. Okay, double check on that one. It's the official government website of UAE. Then, how long did it take to you to get the notification that you were hired? It took me like 2-3 weeks. I would say the golden call. I got it after 2 or 3 weeks. But this was back in 2016. So now they are being extremely fast. So it might be getting the golden call after a few days of the final interview, after the final interview. It was beautiful. The business class experience was beautiful. Even though, like, I gotta say, I thought it was going to be even better, but it felt great. Like, I gotta be honest. I think that the fact of not having traveled in business class with Emirates yet, and paid it my own, so the business class trip that I've done was with the United Airlines. So I think that whenever I'll be traveling in business class with Emirates, that's going to be feeling 100 times more than what I felt in this flight with United. You can see. Have you watched the latest video? The video. Obviously, I shared it about that, and yeah, I mean, it felt great. It felt awesome, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not gonna diminish how I felt there. Yeah, I mean, the challenges with time at Emirates, to be honest, there weren't many challenges, I gotta be honest. The main challenge there was sleep. Was managing sleep. Yeah, that was the biggest challenge of all, I gotta say. for sure. So I'm drinking coffee with a straw so that it doesn't touch my teeth, because I drink so much coffee that if I don't use a straw, they get marked very easily. Take us through the process of the interview. That's an interesting one. Anthony, I'm gonna keep it for another live because that's a long topic to talk about. And this one, I wanted to focus on the requirements, but very good question. It's gonna be covered in, for sure, in the next lives, as I want to keep it topic by topic as well. I mean, it's not really easy to get accepted, I gotta be honest, but there's a strategy to be applying for, and there's important things to look for if you really want to get accepted, that's for sure. The percentage of people that get accepted is actually very slim. Actually, I mean, that's a good question. Are most recruiters ex-cabin crew? Yeah, I would say, most recruiters are ex-cabin crew, even though not all recruiters are ex-cabin crew, but yeah. Do you work in teams? How does it feel working in teams? Is it Teams a website or a platform? Is that what you meant? Teams meeting. Is it Microsoft Teams? Is that what you meant? Let me have that clear for you, Anthony. Can we do a degree while we're working as an Emirates cabin crew? Yes, you can. As long as your work in Emirates is not affected, okay, you can study and get a degree and study to get a degree while you are working in Emirates. Yes, I knew people that they were doing that while being a crew in Emirates. Obviously, that would require you to be doing the lessons online, following the lessons online. Yeah. Was in the coffee queue with a team of Emirates, James says. Was in a coffee queue with a team of Emirates cabin crew at Barcelona airport yesterday. Oh, that's cool. Just prior to their our boarding. Elegant and sophisticated, turning heads in the terminal. Yeah, that's for sure. And even because, I mean, the look of the uniform, obviously the way that crew walk, they feel it, but also because it's such a big crew, Barcelona, I think it was the A380, right? Was the A380, James? I think so. I think it's the A380. Such a big amount of people. The crew, when it's a A380, even at the 777, to be honest, it's a minimum of 15 people. But when you have the A380, you have 27 crew all walking together. That's impactful. Yeah, that's cool. How do you deal with a toxic workmate? Yeah, that's an interesting question, Anthony. I gotta say. How do you deal with that? You throw them off the plane. That's what you do. No, I mean, to be honest, you breathe a lot. That's for sure. You don't take things personally, and keeping the engagement as little as possible. And what I will do, actually, something that I will always keep in mind, is to make sure that every move I make is correct. And that is proven, that every duty I'm performing is on point and recorded to be on point. That's what I will do. I will always keep an eye, like someone is trying to stab me in the back. I would always do, okay, if I'm moving the blankets from seat 78 to seat 43, I'm making sure that the supervisor knows that I'm moving them. Otherwise, I don't know, that person, that toxic one, who could be saying, hey, you know what? The other crew didn't move the blankets. I moved them there, Just saying, So I try to reassure, like making sure that I am doing things properly and that it's proven. Yeah. Wow, my stomach is growing so much. I haven't eaten anything yet. It's 3 p.m. That's my usual, but Now, if I weren't in the live, I was gonna go eat something. But yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping it up soon, okay? You have an open day tomorrow. No, today. I went to an open day today. Okay, failed at the first stage. Yet this was my 13th attempt. That's interesting. I made it to the final stages numerous times. So should I continue or try elsewhere? Callum, let me ask you, how old are you? That's the only thing that, to be honest, I would determine my answer, you know? Ooh, wow, so many questions. Let me see. Callum, I'm gonna be waiting for your answer, okay? Because let me start to answer actually already. 31. Ooh, damn, you're there on the edge. I would still try, okay? However, keeping in mind that now you can reapply after 6 months. I think you've been trying since 21. That's a good point, man. Yeah, I bet that if you've been going 13 times, yeah. Have you been, considering, have you been going to other airlines as well? Or you just want the Emirates? Because 31, as I mentioned before, like the age requirement, there's not a maximum cap, but after 30th years of age, it starts to get challenging. Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. Yeah, because I tried Etihad and Qatar and BA as well. Okay, so I will be going once more, Callum, with to Emirates. Okay. At the same time, I would be trying these airlines as well, because Etihad and Qatar might be having more chances to be accepting you as a cabin crew, even if you're over 30. Emirates, it's gonna be difficult. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? So that's what I would suggest you. What if you're a doctor? That's perfect. Well, everybody is more relaxed when you're on board. Yeah, that's for sure. It's good. Actually, there's many people that are doctors, engineers, musicians, actual professions, that started to work in Emirates as a crew. The atmosphere during the interview is is quite tense. No, but the recruiters are always often trying to ease it off, ease it up. And the grooming, actually, I couldn't be making a whole live about the grooming. I will be, not just be, might be making. It's gonna be for certain. How are you supposed to appear during the working hours? Impeccable. That's a straightforward answer. That there's no need for milking it out. Impeccable needs to be the look. I appreciate that, Callum. I appreciate that a lot. Amazing. Let me go to the latest ones as well. Best chance would be BA. Yeah, BA for age-wise as well. It's one of the best chances you might get. Yeah. Don't give up. Yeah, amen to that. Absolutely. Teams, you meant Anthony before you meant groups. Okay. Working groups, it's fun and challenging at the same time. It requires skills, Let me go to the latest ones. Is it true that after a certain age they will kick you from the company? No, that's not true. If you're in, then you're in. But they might be making the contracts shorter. That's true. Okay, that's a fact. But they will not kick you. Okay, unless you are not fit for the job anymore. That's one thing. Yeah, that's for sure. Just a little bit. appreciate the advice. You think you know what the recruiters are looking for and then fail. Yeah, I mean, yeah, something I will tell you is try to get, I don't know, have you gotten the ebook already? And emphasizing that a lot because some of the fundamental things I put them there, of the fundamental information, I put them there in the ebook, so that maybe you're doing something that, it's not aligned with what they're looking for. Let me know if you have read the ebook yet. Innovative Vlogs retracted a message that I have not seen. Lucky you. What's the average, the higher staff at the Emirates? The average amount of people, I mean, in 2024, they hired 5,000 crew. They are hiring, yeah, Callum, I'm gonna be putting it here. I made an ebook that is available for the ones that join the community on senselens.com, or actually resources here. I should be copying the link. Okay, perfect. You can join from here for free and download the ebook directly. So yeah, they hired 5,000 crew in 2024. Now they're hiring less for sure, but they're still hiring. Yeah, but let's say that in each open day, let's say there's 100 people showing up to an open day, around 3, 4, 5 people, and even they might be hiring even more, even 6, 7. I think they hired 6 people from the open day I went to in 2016, which was in Tenerife. A total of 78 people, and 7 people got hired. Okay. However, now the average, it's 100 people, about 3, 4, 5 people, 4 people gets actually hired from the company. It's a low number, yeah, it's a 4% basically. On average, I mean, can be more for sure. There's not something, despite what other people might be telling you, there's not a specific number that the recruiters are looking for in a specific open day, okay? As long as you meet the requirements, they might be hiring you, okay? So don't, it's actually not true. I've heard someone saying the recruiters have a specific number. It's not true actually. And this has been said from the recruiters themselves. We don't have a specific number, okay? Simple as that. Which one would I recommend? Let me think. Etihad or Qatar? I recommend Emirates. I'm a funny guy. I know, guys. I'm a funny guy. I'm a funny dude. Compared to the two of them, to be honest, I haven't flown, crazily enough, I haven't flown with neither of those. So I wouldn't know. Yeah, I wouldn't know. I will tell you in the future how I will fly with them, for sure. Hopefully in business class. That's a challenge accepted. They do prefer younger talent, let's say. And that's why the Emirates crew is actually so famous, because of the look and the presentation that the crew have as well. Yeah. Okay. Jean Samuel. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. You answered the phone. They told me I have to retake pictures, and twice they sent me an email that have new uploaded the picture after 24 hours. I do it, then after maybe 1 week, shame of me. Very interesting. Very interesting. That's an interesting point of evaluation. And at that point, I would question the quality of pictures that you have taken, and most of all, not the quality of pictures, but more the look and the vibe and the professionalism of the pictures. That's one of the things that I might be wanting to look at. Okay, I covered this one. It's a no. Actually, interesting. Yeah, I felt the value for the money. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I actually got two business class tickets because I traveled from Lisbon. I wanted to go to the US, okay? But to get one, a very good plane seat, actually, it was leaving from London. So I got TAP Air, the Portuguese airline. Oh, sorry. The Portuguese airline from Lisbon to London, business class, but it's kind of a low cost business class, so you're just in the front of the aircraft, like a Ryanair style. And then I took from London to Chicago, full business class seat, which was amazing. I paid $1,000. Yeah, for one way actually, for the two of them though. It was good. Yeah, it was good. I feel like it was worth it. Yeah. Yep. Life gives us so many opportunities. That's for sure. Let me see the recent ones as well. How does it feel to fly in cargo planes when there are no passengers? Oh, that's amazing, man. Amazing. There's no question on that. Let me actually cover the last thing of this list for the requirements, which is the tattoos. No visible tattoos while wearing the Emirates uniform. I still get so many questions actually, and one of the ladies as well that I recently, actually just before the call, spoke to. Yeah, and actually, as one of you mentioned as well before, hand tattoo is not acceptable. This is something that goes like it's very clear, that you're not allowed to have tattoos while wearing the uniform, and the only option is to either remove the tattoo or choose another airline. That's as simple as that. And with this though, I have made a full video on the tattoos, even though the look of that video wasn't super nice. I mean, the studio wasn't a professional one. I just filmed it with the phone, but I wanted to get the information out there because it was very much needed. And I shared the strategy of what I would do if I were you, if you had tattoos in a forbidden area where it will be showing with a uniform. Okay, if you type on the channel tattoos, Sense the Lens tattoos, you'll be seeing that one. Okay, and after the live, okay, not straight away, don't go away now. So yeah, that's you can put it in a new tab. So that's something really important because you want to be considering your age, you want to be considering the fact that perhaps Emirates wants to hire you. How can you know that? I shared that in the video. Before even starting to remove the tattoo, because it might be a long process. Actually, for sure it's going to be a long process. Might be an expensive one. Actually, for sure it's going to be an expensive one. Yeah, so you want to consider everything that you can possibly consider. There we have it. The six, are they six? No, there are more. 2, 6, 7. The 7 important and crucial requirements for you to be considering and meeting if you want to be accepted as a cabin crew in Emirates. Alrighty then, we have covered them, gone over them, and I'm gonna be taking the chat and putting it here below. Let me see, do you get to choose the accommodations? Why still there? Okay, here. The accommodation for cabin crew? No, you do not. After 6 months within the company though, you are able to swap accommodations with other crew. Can I bring my 1-year experience as officer security in Indigo Arenas? Yeah, for sure. Like everything that can be relatable to the aviation industry, it's helpful. However, make sure that officer security, I don't think it's a customer service job. Just type it in, ask to Google if it's considered as a customer service job. Make sure that you have okay, you mentioned that. That's what you mentioned. Can I bring my 1-year experience? I think, as a requirement you meant. Were you in contact with people or no? Because, sorry, I'm gonna open the window because, yeah, the incense finished and kind of burnt a little bit, which is not good. Yeah, so yeah, apart from we're in contact with people or not, because if officer security, maybe not. Best experience. I mean, traveling to so many countries, it's one of those things that I couldn't get enough of. Actually, I did get enough of. I was like, okay, enough. Let me think. Best experience. I mean, one of my favorite trips was Sydney Christchurch. Yeah, I gotta say that was one of the best ones. The crew was basically only ladies and me. And rented in Christchurch, we rented a van. So I was driving and with six girls in the back. Well, yeah, it was really cool. I gotta say, it was really cool. But not only because of that, obviously, New Zealand is a beautiful country that I've gone again after my time in Emirates and spent a couple of weeks there, done a whole tour of the island by myself. That the whole combination of the trip, going to Sydney and then Christchurch and then back to Sydney, was one of the most beautiful experiences there, I gotta say. Yeah. You can't work for Emirates, Etihad or Qatar. Do you know anyone whom works for them as a crew? Yeah. Why can't you work for Emirates, Etihad or Qatar? Yeah, I know some people working in these three airlines. I mean, actually, Etihad, I think, I know one person, but Qatar, I don't think so, actually, no. They just rule you out if you don't meet the criteria, yeah. Okay, let's see some of the last questions, guys. Any story that you frustrated with a customer? Sometime when you argue with the CX, I don't understand CX, but yeah, I mean sometimes customers were not happy, so they try to argue. But I have no engagement for dramas, so yeah, deal with it yourself, Like, I didn't have my chicken meal. I want the chicken, not beef. Dude, you're on a plane. I mean, sorry guys, I don't mean to be rude, And obviously I address this professionally at all times. But within myself, I'm like, is this really what the whole flight is about? The chicken casserole? So yeah, funny stuff. I mean, I'm someone that cannot handle. I mean, I don't want to take dramas at all. So I'm completely. I isolate myself out from there. And actually, I've been blessed enough. I haven't gotten the need to deal with unnecessary dramas. Sometimes I was getting those. To be honest, I was handling it professionally, giving options and being a touching human being. So at the end of the day, that's what's needed, I think. And that answers also the question here. All right. The accommodations in Dubai, they're located in different places, actually, in different areas of the city. And there's a bit of discontent from the crew, from some of the crew actually that recently joined, because Sarabi is one of the places that is not the most favorite one. And what was there's other places like in Ticom. Silicon Oasis is where I was living, and it was really great actually, even though it wasn't the fanciest one, but was good. And there's Manazil Deira as well. Yeah, Manazil Deira as well. One of the crew that joined recently as well. They have been given that location, Manazil Deira, which it's a beautiful one, to be honest. I'm surprised they even give that one out still, So yeah, very, very variable. Yeah, around 30th. It's an unwritten rule, Fatima. Yeah, it's an unwritten rule. Not a lot more, but yeah, they do earn more than more than economy cabin crew and business class cabin crew and cabin supervisors as well. Like it goes in grades, so they earn more in the basic salary and they earn more in the flying hours as well. It's a cloudy evening in Dubai. All righty then. It's a sunny one in Europe now. I mean, not in all Europe, but in Italy, in Milan now. So that's good. Yeah, it is actually. Have a good evening, James, to you as well. And guys, that's what I'm gonna wrap it here. Actually, let me see. Innovative. To become a male cabin crew in Emirates, which experience is important? Indigo Airlines ground staff position. Amazing. Buddy, it's good. Officer security or customer service? I think it's good. Let me just read it again. Which experience is important? I mean, Indigo Airlines, a ground staff position. I mean, if you frame it as ground staff position, then I tell you, it's super good. Frame it in that way. Obviously, I never suggest anyone to lie. I always want people to be honest, always. So if you frame it in ground staff position and you are asked what specifically was the ground staff position, then say officer security and see how that works for you. It should be good, okay? It should be good. And you're already in the aviation industry, so that's a very good plus. Thank you as well, guys. Thank you, John. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, James. Thank you, Roit. You know basic Japanese, amazing. Yeah, but make sure if you mention any of the languages, you need to be fluent in speaking it. Otherwise, you might be getting in trouble, okay? Keep that in mind. Thank you everyone for joining this call, this live. Callum, I've been all the ones that I'm not mentioning now, but I really appreciate you all for coming here on the channel and staying tuned until the end. Let me know what other things, if you have, some other questions in the next lives. I'll invite you to go there, and I invite you actually to join the community for free. Obviously, we can keep on chatting there. Soon, I'll be actually releasing an app soon. I don't know when, but I'm working on making an app so that it's going to be easily accessible on the phone, separated from all the other distractions, so that we can get notified and connect all the time. That's what I would love to see. Once again, thank you for staying until the end. Take care, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, guys.